Say the Victor Will. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. We're here for another video with your older than average YouTuber. We are doing a part 3 in our 4-part series about cosmic brushes and are they really worth the hype? Today's edition is the Serenity palette. So if that is something you're interested in watching, you know what? You're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Okay, so now we're on episode 3 and we are on the Serenity palette. This is one that, I don't know, broke the internet or broke in the makeup world. This is, again, our cosmic brushes. This is the third one. The fourth one, I'll do what I think my favorite palette is out of the 3. I might be doing a swap with a friend between the last palette because she has the rose one, so I might be able to test that one out in future. We might borrow each other's palettes, but we'll see how it goes because we have to do it by post, so it depends on how expensive it is. So I really like this color story. I can see why everybody liked it. Blues, greens. I'm liking every color in here. I think they all go really well together. The only thing I can off the bat say I would probably have removed would been this orangey shade. We have a white and a black. We've got blues, we've got some purples. I think I would have put a dark purple here, and I think that is the only thing I would have changed because we've got a nice dark blue to go with the blues. We've got dark greens to go with the greens, but we don't have a really deep purple. And and then we also have a neutral for blending out, so you can do a neutral look. Yeah, I think this just out of the gate, I think this is the only thing that's kind of stuck out to me. And so I think if this was a dark purple, then this would be the perfect color palette. So I think today we are going to play with, then kind of just looking at this row in person, it looks really good too. You know what? I think I'm going to try that. Let's just do this row down here and see how it goes. All right, I have my Sephora tape on because I had decided I wanted to do something wingy. So let's grab, nope, that's an eyebrow brush. That's not going to be helpful. Another eyebrow brush. How many of these do I have? Okay, we'll just use this one for now. I can't quite find an angled brush at the moment, but I think this is close enough. And is that clean? It is now. Okay, so we're going to go into this dark blue shade, and it is called River. So we're going to do that on the outside. I'm just at home today. It is Sunday, and I've done all my chores. So I thought, well, now I can play with some makeup. I mean, I could do one more chore, but we'll have to see how much energy I have after this. Alrighty, I've been also taking duplicate photos out of my computer, and I had way more than I ever thought. So there's like a squillion photos that I'm still slowly merging together, so it's been taking a while too. So usually every time I film while I'm editing, I also try to merge some photos to try and get this done. I think I'm a day or two away from getting them all merged. All right, this is a really pretty shade. For now, I'm just going to bring it to the outside, and then I'm going to do the other side. And again, I can always fix, because I don't have my base on, so I can always fix the shape afterwards. This is just to kind of lay out color, lay out how I want it, and then usually anything that I winged out, because I either want less of a wing or more of a wing or a slightly different angle. It's always a little bit, there's always something I want to change when it comes to the wings, so it's easier to do them with A, the tape, and B, without any base, so I can fix them all later. So there we go, because like this one's looking thick, the other one's looking thinner, so I think I am going to definitely have to thicken the other side there. So the shade River is really nice. It looks like more like the dark end of a deep river or after a storm. Alrighty, we could use some rainstorms here. Kelowna, that is about a 5-hour drive from me, is literally on fire at the moment. They're evacuating Shuswap Lake, trying to save as many buildings as we can. SPCA has been trying, and RAPs have been trying to set up so they can take in pets that have been displaced, and even people that have been displaced. So it, yeah, go global warming. Okay, so we really like this, and I prefer to have a more rainy summer so we don't have this sort of stuff. This makes my wanting to live in the forest a no-go if we keep sadly having all these forest fires. Can you build under your home an extra home so you can run to if there is a fire? Is that a thing? Let me know if that's a thing, because that's a thing and I win the lotto. We want to do that thing. Alrighty, so we've got river on the outside edge. Now what is this dark purple? This dark purple or darkish purple is called Pixie. So I think I'm going to, because like I said, we're playing with this row here. Let's put in, I might even actually take that shade too, but let's just take this shade Pixie, and then we're gonna do that on the outer part of the lid. Actually, let's use our brush here from Cosmic Brushes. Now I kind of wish I bought more. I'm really kind of digging this little brush here. Well, if they ever put out another palette that I really want, I'm not in a no-buy. We're having a bad depressive state. I can buy it then. Well, here we are. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do the whole lid in this color, I think. Yeah, this is going on really nice. So they do, so I've noticed this well, I think the first palette didn't really have purples that I was using, but from the Muse palette and this one, the purples definitely go on really nice. There is no patchiness that I can see. Sometimes on the camera, things can look patchy when they're not, but this time it's not looking patchy on the screen, and it is definitely not looking patchy on the eyeball. So I do like that. So I do like this on the lid, but I want to put something over between the two. And again, I really like this brush. This is like almost a glowing purple. It's kind of like, for a matte, it just has that kind of glowy feel to it. I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna take the shade that is called, what is this called? Awake? Yeah, so we're gonna take, I brought my little magnifying glass so I can read these without glasses. So this is the shade Awake, and I think I'm gonna do that along the top. I'm just going to take this little brush, yes. So this is another brush that I should have bought a ton of from the AOA. So yeah, we're gonna go into Awake. Not a lot of kick up on this palette, so that's really good. Okay, so now I've placed all my colors. I want to do a little blending. Yeah, this blue doesn't quite go, I don't think, but I might end up making it a smaller wing. But like I said, that's why I do these. Yeah, this is like a blurple. Okay, so now I'm going to take a clean brush. Should hopefully have nothing on it. Yeah, so this big fluffy one for Juvia's. I'm just going to, along the edge here, just gonna go. I mean, I know when people were originally, you know, doing and awing this, it was the color story. But nobody mentioned how kind of glowy these shades are. Can you see? Like, it just has a interesting. Now I'm going to re-add some color. So I'm gonna go back into Pixie. So this is this beautiful glowy purple that I'm absolutely in love with. There we go. And then back into, what's this one again? Awake. And then again, a little bit Awake along the edges. Okay. So now let's just take this off to see what I feel our wing is doing. Oh, I caught some hair. I went to Meow Fest yesterday, so it's like a cat con, is what they call it in LA. But it's like a thing for all things cats. It was a little smaller than this year. And unfortunately, Nathan, the cat lady, was not feeling very well and ended up in hospital. So I hope he's better soon. So he couldn't make it. So we ended up leaving a little bit earlier. We'd already seen Ben last year, so we're just gonna let the other people visit with Mr. Ben. So we just did some shopping, played with some cats that were up for adoption, had some plant-based ice cream from Cat Cafe, took some photos, and then we went out and had a beautiful lunch. So my hair, I still have a little bit of the curl left that I had from my hair. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think I am gonna end up making this smaller after all that. I think I'm gonna end up doing that, I think. Wait to see until we put in the shimmer. So I think I'm gonna leave the bottom lash line until we come back. So let's play with a little bit of shimmers, or as in one of my makeup groups, I like to call them shim shims, but it makes me nuts, absolutely nuts. Except for lippies, that's probably the only thing I like a short form for. I'm not really big on short forming words. Alrighty, so this shade on the bottom here, it is called Ether. So Ether, depending how you shift it, goes blue to, see that goes lavender, and then it's got a blue. So I think this is the one that we're going to stick on the lid. So let me get a nice flat brush. We're going to use this one from Morphe. There we go. I don't have too many Morphe brushes. I have this one set that came out, I think, for Pride a few years back, and then I have a set from Jaclyn Hill. I bought a whole bunch of her vegan ones. So again, this shade is called Ether, and then I've got a little spray here, so we're gonna go onto there. Oh, and again, nice and soft. It's that nice putty texture. So I think you can see it a bit there. I have a feeling this is another one that's gonna like the phalange best, but let's see what we get here. Ooh, goodness, that's shiny. Oh my goodness, that's just so shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Okay, we are going to try it with the phalange. It seems just like such a nice light shade. There you can see, look at that, beautiful shifts on it. I think I'm going to be pretty hard pressed to say which is my favorite. Actually, I really quite liked the Muse palette. I was quite surprised. Delicious Delights and this one are more my color stories, but that grungy Muse is kind of tugging at my heartstrings. I should maybe do a look with it for work tomorrow. And then maybe for Tuesday, or yeah, maybe for my day tomorrow on Monday, and maybe another one on Tuesday from the other palette, and then I can give a better chance of making up my mind. But yes, ooh, I like that purple shimmer. That is really, really pretty. Then for the inner corner, I'm really liking this one here. Again, I keep using my mirror as a magnifying glass, called Opal. So this shade here, Opal, looks really pretty too. Let's see if it has, I put my finger if it has some shifts. It does. It looks like though it has a green shift. So I don't know if we want to try that one, or if we want to try the namesake one, which is Serenity. Oh, that's, oh, look at those. Very, see, that goes good with that. You know what, I still think that could be okay in the inner corner, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Screw it. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a colorist. I just like to play with makeup and slam it on my face. So we'll just stick that in the center. I didn't do any spray. Let's see if this goes good without spray. Oh, so beautiful. The palette, you can kind of see as I'm dipping into it how it's morphing colors. Okay, it's looking a little bit of a mess, but trust me, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fix that wing, gonna do my base, then we can do the lower lash line, and I think it'll come together. I wanted to review some half lashes. Maybe I'll steal a pack out of there, or a set out of there. Okay, so let me do that. I'm gonna go and fix that wing because I decided this color doesn't quite go with the look. I should have just done an all purple look. but I wanted to try some different colors, but I think I can make it look kind of neat with a shorter wing, put on my base, and then, like I said, we'll come back, we'll do the under eye, I think. Oh, I do, oh, this aqua is so pretty too. Yeah, this definitely needs another play for me to make up my mind, but we will be back. Okay, so I have my base on, playing with a little Propa Beauty lipstick. I did try those little half lashes. I think I'm in love. I think I'm gonna need to buy 12,000 pairs. So let's do our bottom lash line. Oh, and then I did, so I was gonna make them short, but then as I was kind of cleaning it up, I still kind of liked them big, but just a little bit thinner and higher. So I just kind of pushed up with the sponge, cleaned up a little bit. And then also the shade River, there was a big chunk of fallout that I had to clean up, but nothing from the shimmery stuff and the other colors. Just be a little bit careful with River. So that is the dark greeny blue. That's in there. All right, so now for the bottom lash line, I'm thinking I wanted to do purple, but I don't think this one purple is as dark as I want it to be. But I'm still thinking I need to play with the purple, so I'm going to go back into Pixie, and I think I'm going to do that on the bottom. So we're going to take, yes, that nice flat one there that we used some purple shimmer on. We will just take some of that, and then I'm going to spray it because we are doing the bottom lash line and we have the rest of our makeup on, so we don't want to, where am I going here? We don't want it to fall all over the place. So I really do like this purple, the kind of neon brightness that it has to it. But yeah, like I said, I would have taken that orange out and I would have put in a darker purple. I think that's what I would have done. I think that's the only thing I would want to change on this palette. Other than that, I'm liking this so much. I hope I put enough lash glue on. I'm usually not very good at that, lashes period, but sometimes I have to put a little bit more on. So yeah, so I think that's okay. But I wonder if I want to put a little bit of that shimmer on top. So we're gonna go back into Ether. So as a reminder, that was the one that's on the bottom there, and I'm gonna put that in along the bottom as well a little, just to kind of match it up top a little bit more. There we go. And then just a little mascara on the bottom lashes. Yeah, now I'm liking how this turned out. This was not the color story I originally went in to do, but these are the shades that called me today. So there we go. Done. Done and dusted. So that is our play with the Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. So as a reminder, we used that shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades out of the 20 palette, 15 more to go. I definitely do want to play with these dark blues. I definitely want to play with this. This is so pretty, but I did quite a light look with the first palette. So, and then I did the grungy look with the second one. So this one's kind of in between, right? It's kind of like bright in the middle and then a little bit darker on the edges. So maybe kind of in between there. But so far I'm liking all 3 palettes. I'm just really, really in love with this purple shade. And I kind of really love this, the purple shimmer Ether. So Pixie and Ether, I'm really in love with. So like I said, I think on my own time, I'm gonna have to do a look with each of the palettes before I can make the decision for video number 4. So this is the end of video number 3 on Is Cosmic Brushes Worth the Hype? This was the palette that got everybody so excited about the brand, and I'm really happy to be able to play with it and show it to you today. So anyways, that's it from me. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and we can still do all things Cosmic Brushes together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon. Okay.